Let me ask you a question. Do you enjoy pain? Do you enjoy constant reminders of your failures? Do you have a strange attraction to bear men? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then Majesty 2 is the game for you. Majesty, and its sequel, Majesty 2, is a real-time parenting simulator, where, as the King of Ardania, you don't directly control your units. Instead, much like political bribery, a group of mafiosos, or a phone repair kiosk at the mall, you can only offer them money while suggesting that they do what you ask them to. Naturally, this leads to a lot of units telling you to just fuck off, which in turn leads to Majesty 2 plays a lot like Majesty 1, at least, I think it does. I don't know. The only time I ever got it to run at a proper frame rate was only after overclocking my processor and my graphics card. That's what I call optimization. Placing flags with bounties for attacking, defending, exploring, or fearing a target is the only way to manipulate your citizens into doing what you want. You'll have to lure them to an objective with promises of money, power, or free Costco memberships and pray that they actually follow your orders. Due to the volatile nature of this game, every match is going to play out differently, even if you use the same strategy. Sometimes, your heroes can relax at the inn before being sent out to destroy bear dens. Sometimes, within minutes of starting a mission, hordes of elementals and undead skeletons will set fire to your buildings, while your peasants are eaten alive by packs of rats and wild dogs. Some might call this difficult, or even unfair, but Paradox calls it replayability.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Either way, the gameplay loop usually goes as follows. Start a mission. Die. Replay it with a different strategy. Die again. Repeat this process about 14 more times. Google the mission in hopes of finding a strategy to beat it. Watch as a poor forum poster from 2010 gets absolutely clowned on for asking the same question. Try said strategy, die one more time. Quit and play LEGO Star Wars. The only thing standing between you and the murderous wilds of Ardania is your army, and everyone in your army has a different role in combat. Rangers are the archer units. They'll be the first ones to explore the great unknown, and they'll be able to 360 no-scope enemies once they become powerful enough. Warriors are the basic melee unit. They'll charge into battle like a dad charging into Home Depot, and they can be used to destroy almost any enemy, as long as they have enough health. Clerics are the healers that'll keep your heroes alive by kissing their boo-boos, and they'll also kill skeletons faster than osteoporosis. Rogues. I like to call them international cruise companies because all they do is run away from fights and extort tax money from citizens. Wizards. Fuck 'em. They're about as strong as a wet napkin, and judging by their unkempt beards and mysteriously stained robes, they probably smell like wet napkins too. They also have the potential to become teleporting harbingers of doom who can clear scores of enemies with a single swing of their staffs, just like how you have the potential to become a neurosurgeon or a black market weapons dealer. But they never live up to what they're capable of. No. Instead, they're too busy dying or sitting in their towers listening to Vocaloid and writing angry tweets about gay Netflix characters. And as a great philosopher once said, potential is wasted energy. But hey, at least their guilds look pretty rad. Building blacksmiths, inns, and shopping malls are a good way to strengthen your units and keep your economy from sinking. Inns can be used to gather heroes to form parties, who can take on tougher enemies and are less likely to flee a battle. But don't be fooled by how good of an idea this sounds like. Whenever you try to make a party, it summons all of your heroes to the inn, and with nobody to defend your buildings, this increases the likelihood of your city becoming the sewer rat capital of the world by about 85%. Just like an African militia group, your empire is bound to expand, and you can do this in different ways. You could keep expanding until your empire covers the entire map, or you could stay in your hometown and opt instead to take a job at a bowling alley, get repeatedly clowned on by your stepdad Greg, and form a Midwest emo band with your friends. I hate you, Greg. You drank the last Pepsi in the fridge, even though you knew it was mine. And you're always blasting your stupid Grateful Dead records while I'm trying to sleep. I hate you so much, Greg. I hate you. I hate you so much. This is what's known as the Fulk punk strategy. Your heroes are going to die. A lot. But as long as your guilds are still standing, you can hire more. In fact, you should always keep hiring. Never stop. Don't let death be the end. Use your graveyards to keep reviving your fallen heroes. Let their bones be used to construct your throne. If you can keep your units alive long enough to level up, they'll be able to take down dragons and single-handedly destroy Minotaur pyramids. Defense towers can also be built as extra protection from invaders. Normal towers shoot wads of paper through a straw, dwarven towers launch actual, literal boulders, and magic towers, don't shoot. At all. Sometimes, your average run-of-the-mill heroes just aren't enough. Luckily, dwarves and elves can be enlisted into your army and will help to defend your cause. Dwarves are bearded short kings that will wildly swing their axe into any enemy unfortunate enough to cross their path. They're responsible for building the only useful defense towers, and they don't like elves. And to be fair, I don't like elves either.
Alright, listen to me, you knife-eared piece of shit!
Because they're expensive, die easily, and will try to ruin the lives of dwarves every chance that they get, putting them only one step below a Russian mail-order bride.
Ah, look at the top of his head! Look at his lips!
You might be an almighty king, but you're one of those cool almighty kings. You know, the kind that's okay with your kid having a beer as long as it stays inside the house. And as such, your citizens are allowed to worship gods at different temples that can be built around the map. You could worship the sun god and turn your followers into marksmen with high caliber, military grade bows and arrows, or you could worship the goddess of death, allowing you to resurrect fallen heroes for pocket change. However, the only temple that actually matters is the Temple of Krolm, the pagan god of barbarians. This temple allows you to cast a spell that increases the aggression of all of your heroes, turning them from docile soldiers to rage-filled murderers stuck in a permanent state of sicko mode. Every mission has a different objective that requires you to tweak your strategy each time. Sometimes you'll have to track down an evil sorcerer, or kill a dragon, or just vibe until you've made enough money. Either way, you'll usually spend the first half of a mission building defense towers and praying that your heroes stay alive long enough to actually become useful. And then, something weird happens. Your buildings stop getting demolished. Your heroes stop getting steamrolled by bears. Suddenly, your treasury is overflowing with gold, and you're unstoppable. Unfortunately, this only happens after about 45 minutes of replaying the same mission over and over again, and now, I'm stuck having my kingdom destroyed by fire elementals for the 24th time in a row, because somebody at Paradox decided that turning a pachinko machine into a strategy game was a good idea. Overall, Majesty 2 gets a Viagra out of 10, because it's artificially hard and you should see a doctor if you experience it for more than 4 hours.